guys, I'm Yashla and today I'll be showing you how to make easy and yummy chocolate macarons plus homemade almond flour. This video will also show you how making macarons is not challenging at all, so let's get started. First up, we're going to need 1/3 cup of sifted almond flour. To make almond flour, you need half a cup of almonds, to which you're going to cover completely with water and then heat them up for a few minutes and cover it and let them sit for a little while. After a little while, you're going to peel the almonds. Easiest way to peel is to pinch the back so that the almonds pop out. Peel all of them and let it dry for at least 24 hours. Now it's time to powder them. The best way to powder them is using a food processor, and make sure you do not food process them for more than 5 seconds at a time. Do it for 5 seconds, mix it with a spoon and check if it's a powder yet. If you do it for too long, oils will come out and these will turn into a paste. Sift that flour and now we're going to add in 3/4 cup of sifted powdered sugar. Give this a good mix. Now we're going to sift in 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Mix this up really well. Now we're going to sift these again. Sifting is really important in macarons as it ensures a smooth batter and hence smooth cookies. Discard these lumps. Now we're going to take 2 room temperature egg whites and whip them up until foamy. After it's foamy, add in 1 tablespoon of powdered sugar and mix it again. After that sugar has mixed in, we're going to add in another tablespoon of powdered sugar and whip this again. Now we're going to add our final tablespoon of powdered sugar and we're going to whip this up until we get stiff peaks and it becomes very glossy. To know if it's done, lift your whisk, and if you get really stiff and pointy peaks and it doesn't fall back down, that means it's ready. Add in your dry ingredients and now we're going to fold all of this together. For starters, keep folding gently until you don't see any more streaks of egg whites or dry ingredients. Once everything is mixed together and you don't see any more egg whites, now it's the important part. After every fold, we're going to try and form the figure 8 with our batter. If your batter breaks in between and you're not able to form a smooth 8, keep mixing a few more times. But if your batter is too loose and it just mixes in with the other batter and you can't see the figure 8 properly, that means you have overmixed it and you can't do anything about it now. Fill up your piping bag with the batter, or you can use a Ziploc bag. And now we're going to pipe the macarons. Place a baking paper or parchment sheet on your pan and just squeeze the batter and then lift it up to form your macarons. You can make them as big or as small as you want. Just remember to leave enough space in between because they will spread when we tap them. Now it's time to tap them. Tap them on your table a couple of times so that we can remove all the air bubbles. Now we're going to let this sit for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, the top layer should have dried and you can touch it. Bake these at 180 degrees Celsius for 12 to 15 minutes. They should form a nice feet, and to check if they're cooked, try and lift them from the parchment paper. If they lift off cleanly, that means they're ready. But if they still stick, just put them back in the oven for a few more minutes. While they are cooling, it's time to prepare our chocolate ganache. Take 50 grams of chocolate and to that we're going to add 25 grams of cream or 12 grams of milk. Now add in a 1/4 tablespoon of butter and put this in the microwave for 30 seconds or until melted. Give this a good mix and now keep it in the fridge for 30 minutes or until thickened. After it thickens, Place the ganache inside a piping bag or a Ziploc bag, and now we're going to fill our cookies. Place a dollop of cream in the middle of one of your cookies and place the most similar sized cookie on top. Press it to spread the cream, and that's it. Repeat the process for the rest of your cookies. Now you could eat these right away, but for a better flavor, keep them in the fridge for 24 hours or at least overnight, as the macarons would absorb the flavor of the ganache and the ganache will become one with the cookie. But of course, you can eat one right away. So it's the next day and now it's time to try the macarons. I'm not exaggerating when I say these were absolutely amazing. If you haven't made macarons before, what are you waiting for? This is an easy recipe, and if you follow the steps correctly, you will not regret making these. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, as it really motivates me to make more videos, and I'll see you soon. Bye.